Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. My name's Ozzy. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. And I'm super sorry that I do not have like a Valentine's Day PNG tuber. I do have this strawberry Miku fit, so we're gonna use that as my Valentine's Day PNG tuber because I actually did not make one this year. Um, the past 2 months have been so hectic, as a lot of you know. Um, but hopefully my little heart lights decorations at the top of the screen will make up for the lack of Valentine's Day PNG tuber. I think I used to have like a heart hairpin. Let me see if I can like move this around. Yeah, there we go. There we go. This is as Valentine's Day as we're gonna get, chat. But it's currently 12 a.m. and I wanted to talk about a recent occurrence. As a lot of you guys know, I am a Royale High content creator. And this is gonna be kind of like my first little like more commentary based video where I'm just yapping. So if you're totally not interested in this video, that is okay. If you dislike the video, go ahead, do it. But obviously let me know in the comments below ways to improve, tips that would make the content a little bit more enjoyable for you. But I wanted to talk about a recent occurrence that I had noticed as a doll collector, that I've noticed when it comes to resellers. If you are into collecting literally anything, you probably understand and know how bad resellers can get. But if you're not really deep into the collecting communities of genuinely anything you collect, it's not just Royal High, then you may not know how bad resellers can get. But I saw a couple of posts that I actually made a thread on Twitter, and I thought I'd go ahead and yap about my feelings about some of these resellers post in a video. So this is just going to be a video about me yapping. Obviously I'll have the post, like the users who made those post names, blocked out because they didn't ask to be in a YouTube video. Pretty sure there's a law that technically says I don't have to. I'm just blocking it out to be respectful, so take that as it is. And without further ado, I'm gonna stop yapping and let's get on with the video. Well, I guess the whole video is me yapping, so but let's get on to the point of today's topic. So if you don't know what a reseller is, I'm pulled up a definition on Google because the way that I would describe it is possibly not the best way to describe it. But a reseller is an individual or a business that purchases products or services with the intention of selling them to end consumers, acting as an intermediary, and the distribution chain. Which basically just means it is a person who buys products or services from people. This can be makeup, dolls, clothing, and they basically purchase it, they store it, and then they distribute it, and they typically sell it at higher prices than what they bought it for. With that definition out of the way, and hopefully you can kind of understand that, we're going to get into the biggest reason why I am making this yap session. So, this is the first one I saw. That was the reason why I made this thread and all of this to begin with. And I love how at the top you can see that it says new low price, as if this is a good deal. As if 6 miniature dolls, probably 2 to 3 inches maybe, are worth $300 US. Now, don't get me wrong, this is a item that is only at Target. but there's no validation for that. This is a product that is not a limited edition. This isn't rare. While it is only at Target, this is being constantly manufactured. This isn't something that, oh, there's only 30 of these 6 dolls. No. So why is it $300? I don't know. But and then I just kind of went down a rabbit hole, right? And so the next one I saw was this one here. And it says Royal High Chrome Ice Fairy Virtual Code Digital Virtual Code Only. Meaning you're only buying the code. You're not getting the doll or even the piece of paper with the code on it. You're just getting a text message that has the code. That's $54.99. You're paying $60 for like a text message, basically. $60 for a random stranger on eBay to text you. By the way, you can buy this doll for about $10 to $15 at the moment. US dollars, to be fair. 10 to 15 US dollars. Why are you selling it for $60? And it's not even with the doll, it's just the virtual code. Meaning it is just the Royal High set badge and wings. I think that's what the UGC item is. $60 for a text message. The next one was this post. And I was looking at it, and I had seen the very faint, and I'm so sorry that I cannot zoom in on these photos. But I saw this faint white line, and I was like, that looks weird. It's already bad enough that you want me to pay almost $20 for shipping for something you want me to pay $52.46, originally $70 for it. But then I looked at it closer, and you can see how part of the items are blurred, and like part of it's just erased. And you can see how this is literally, I don't know if they used AI or Photoshop or what, but this is a cropped, like this is the school bus. A photo of the school bus, erase the background, a photo of the doll, erase the background, put on a blank background. This isn't, like, this is edited, okay? Like, this isn't a real picture. Now, I don't know if any of the other pictures on this listing are real, but I do find it interesting that this listing is allegedly sponsored. It says sponsored, which means it is. It's not even allegedly. And I don't understand specifically how Etsy sponsors work because I don't, or not Etsy, eBay sponsors work because I don't use eBay. But I find it odd that a very obviously edited, I mean, it's not obvious, but it was obvious to me personally, edited picture of a product is being sold, 1, and 2, falsely being sold, 3, being sponsored by the company. This next one was the Royal High Resellers combat boots. Not the doll, not the doll code, not a photo of the doll, the boots. Just the boots for 40 USDs. That you could get like 3 of the doll with that. Maybe even 4, depending on what country you live in. $40 for a pair of boots in a video game. This next one I thought was funny because I took a screenshot of both of these posts. These are by 2 different people, and these are both sponsored by eBay. And you can see that the first one does not have a code, and the second one has a code. Right? The first one is $14.49, $10 for delivery. The second one is $60. Again, this is not counting tax, by the way. So $60. And I get having a slight upcharge for codes, you know? Um, if you're someone who buys the dolls just for the code and then you want to sell the dolls, that's fine. I have nothing against that. In fact, I think that's perfectly okay. Um, but why did you even buy the doll if you're just gonna resell it? Because you're really not making profit. Like, sure, if I buy something for $10 and I sell it for 60, I'm making $50. But like, what the was the point in spending the $10 in the first place? You know? I don't know, maybe that's just me. The next one is just a box. They're selling a box for $14 and basically $10 for shipping. Um, why the would you pay $20 for a box? And don't get me wrong, some of the Royal High doll boxes are kind of cute, okay? And if it was a Royal High doll box, that would make sense. It's a display box. It's not even an actual doll's box or anything. And you're paying $14 for that. This next one isn't set related. Another one that's also sponsored by eBay, or this isn't toy related, I should say. The full Princess Starfall set for $15. And it's not even a toy set. I have no. This next one comes with 4 mini dolls for $13.50 or $15 plus $7.55 shipping delivery. Now, for Royal High dolls for $15 is actually, I want to say it's a decently good price, okay? For 4 of the mini dolls for $14, being that typically the minis are $10 each. That's a really good price. But notice how they don't have hair and 2 of them are missing shoes. One of them, I don't know if this is an actual Royal High shoe or not. It doesn't look like it because it doesn't actually appear to fit the doll. You can see like there's a clear gap here. So you don't get hair, you don't get shoes on some of these dolls. You don't get their wings. You don't get their crowns. Um, you just get basically Cocomelon. Like, what? And don't get me wrong, if it was the 4 actual dolls with all of their accessories for $15, that would be a great deal. But you're not even getting the full dolls. You're getting the body and a couple pieces of clothing. This next one, I don't know if it's an actual scam or not. But I will say it felt kind of scammy because of the fact that their photo is a screenshot of a photo. Let me see if I can like zoom in. You can see that the photo is a screenshot of someone else's photo. I don't know if it's someone else's photo or if it's like their own photo, but if it was their own photo, why would they take a screenshot of their own photo? Why wouldn't they just, I don't know, use the photo? And some people may be like, oh, well, maybe like that photo was on a different device. That genuinely makes no sense to me. This next one at first almost got me because I was like, no code. Okay, that's fine. $200. Pickup only is insane. 18 boxes, and I was like, you're selling 18 boxes for $200. So to clarify, this is actually 19. But it's 13 miniature dolls, 1 castle, 1 bus, and 4 of the 9-inch dolls, which is insanely good deal. In fact, if I had $200, I probably would have bought this. But it's pickup only. And according to the post that I just realized is low-key kind of leaking my address at the moment. Not really, but it's leaking my area code. Don't worry, I'm moving. Well, maybe, I don't know anymore. Probably not, actually. Who knows? We'll be fine. But yeah, at first I was like, who that was selling 18 boxes for $200? I thought this was another box one. The next one is obviously a scam. The Posey doll for 170. First off, this is from Ireland. Who out here in Ireland is doing all this? Secondly, what the is wrong with you? $200 for a doll that's worth that literally gets sold for $10 to $15 is insanity. And then I had been sent a post, and this post was from Macari, by the way. There's some more down here. Okay, we have a castle one, right? $139 castle. 5 miniature dolls for $139. 5 more miniature dolls for $130. $114. One singular doll, a miniature by the way, for $110. Four dolls for $60. The Avrilla doll, or whatever, however the hell you say her name, for $85. Okay, and then there was, and this is from Macari, if I can find it. The Royal High Castle play set and the Crown Court set, I believe, for $500. And you can see that two people like hearted this, which I think, I don't know because I don't use Macari, but I think that means like they're saving it for later, or like they're interested in buying it or something like that. $500. Just to clarify, max, I'm pretty sure the castle goes for like $20. Which I find absolutely insane. And then someone commented on Twitter in that thread, and they were like, I quite literally got the castle playset for $20 on Amazon because of the sales. And people are just selling only boxes for $20. Which is absolutely insane. But I hope you enjoy this little yap session. I just wanted to come on here at 1 o'clock in the morning and yap about some things that I found on eBay that I thought were weird. And I just wanted to yap. I kind of like being able to yap. So if you enjoyed it, drop a like. If you didn't enjoy it, let me know how I can improve in the future. And without further ado, it is hot as heck. But without further ado, if I do not get to see you guys later today, I hope to see you later tomorrow, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!